For a 6-hour study day, how would you break it up? It depends. It depends on if you're doing content review that day or if you're doing only exclusively questions. If you're doing exclusively questions, I would probably do 30 questions, 20 to 30 questions of like CP, 20 to 30 questions of BB. But I always preach quality over quantity. So I really want you to sit with the questions, do them on time, try to understand the reasoning, the logic, look at all the passages very carefully, analyze every single figure, especially if you struggle with research-based passages where you're asking yourself, what is the question being asked? What is the independent variables or variables? What is the dependent variable? What is the correlation, etc., and summarizing that, okay? Always do 2 to 3 CARS passages every single day. That's passive studying. Always try to map out the passages, approach them every single time the same way. And if you are still learning your psychology, sociology, you should be doing Anki for that every single day. 30 minutes to an hour, okay? Until eventually you have a good grasp of the vocabulary to where you can start incorporating some psych-soc questions in your day as well, okay? Always remember to track your progress. Always remember to have an Excel sheet where you are basically tracking what you're getting right, what you're getting wrong, why you're getting that wrong, and have a day every single week where you sit down and you review your Excel sheet and you actually identify, what am I getting right, what am I getting wrong, what do I need to focus my studying on. Maybe you're getting optics questions wrong over and over again because you don't understand the content. Then you need to review that. Maybe you're always getting enzyme kinetic questions correct. Then you don't need to review that, okay? You always need to be giving yourself feedback and tailor your studying to your progress, okay? You cannot just be going into this blind all the time. A lot of people waste time studying because they are not keeping track of their own progress. You need to keep track of your own progress, okay? That is one of the most important things that you can do to revolutionize your studying.